So as they continued to interbreed with peoples of the earth throughout the world and walked up and down and made it democratize everybody, they created vessels of their own. Even though you see us people as black people, we came and light people. Uh, a lot of us is black people. We are not black people. We came from the seed part of the Gentiles who interbreed in with our culture as many times and as often as they did. They taught us to serve them and not the way of God. This is why you got so many different genetic color codes in the black community. That's why so many of us is hated. That's why so many of us was being did the way we done. They was taking and creating an intimidation factor upon us, where they set up standards where they hated us, yet they had plants growing in our backyard and our front yard, although our habitat, which was part of them and which was not of us. This is what Dr. Jeremiah Rice would say. Speaking of when Barack Obama was running for president, he said, they messed me up. Anybody could look at his genetic color code and see where he came from. Anybody could look at this. And as he spoke the truth, he became hated for speaking the truth. And at the end of the day, Dr. Jeremiah Wright was cursed for he was speaking the truth. He's the most sacred thing towards God than that man could ever go. I don't care what he said. So he spoke these things. He wasn't speaking something that he didn't know, because that's the reason I had to take and draw these here diagrams here in this chart to try to explain what I'm talking to us so you can understand these things more clearly. And as these things, they demand telling us that he's going to take our freedom of speech away from us, you got to stop and look at him. I mean, you got to stop in your track and take a dead look at him. Because this is not him. Why is he saying he's fighting for the integrity of you, but yet everything he do is against you? Why he say, well, them people is not, man, I'm fighting terrorists. Who is the terrorist you fight? How in the heck do you know a terrorist? And I don't even know it. It's one thing to make a fool of yourself, if you're making a fool of yourself. Another thing to try to make a fool of us. We can't think no more. We cannot depend for ourselves no more. We got to look. He gonna see who you talking to. We are not on no plane. You got our phone bugged as we sit in our living room. But yet this man that went over there and murdered all them people, you ain't got his phone bugged. You're not looking at him because he did anything he wanted when he was the president of the United States of America. He did anything, any way he wanted to, and we don't never hear him telling you bug his phone. His phone is not bugged. But yet you done bugged all up. He's crying wolf all the time. God said in Revelation chapter 6, the red horse, who was President George W. Bush, I done told you this. What he did is going to take peace from the earth. He's a member of the CIA. So it's not going to get any better. He's going to continue till he destroys the habitat of this earth. And when he do so, it's going to be too late for you because you didn't listen to what I said. You listened to false prophets. And when you listen to false prophets who prophesy in Islam, the nation of Islam, he's going to lead you down in hellfire to the very pit. And I have to tell you that if I talk about that white man, I got to talk about that black man. I don't have no friends on the face of the earth. I can care less. But I'm going to speak to you the truth. I don't care. You can hate me all you want, fine. I'm not going to jeopardize my salvation. I'm going to try to get in. If I don't get in, it's not because I didn't try. But I'm going to try to get in. Because the things that God has spoken to me of and he has revealed to me through time, I don't want to be a part of the down slope that's taking you down to eternal destruction. About a week ago, he gave me a pit. I saw this line down like in a well, deep down in a well. I talked about the thing they was talking, the line. He was down there. I was trying to drop him some food down there. And every time that I watched the food as it go down to them, before it get to him, it turned to a stone and hit him side his head. Every time I dropped him some food down there to eat because he was trapped in the pit, it turned to a stone like a brick. Before it get to him, it hit him in his head. And he dug back. I said, Lord, what kind of sin is this thing created upon itself to get in this position? Well, this lion symbolized the peoples that line up here calling Al-Qaeda Al-Qaeda. And at the same time, he is ashamed and need naked because his stimulation of his dollar have no back. But he's trying to roll that dollar to the end while he still set up an ambush to set up a pawn to take the crude oil to enhance his dollar. See what I'm talking about? He tried to make this thing come alive and this thing was never blessed by God. So what do you do? What do you do? Everything you got. When we begin, snake eyes. Snake eyes you lose with snake eyes. I took and said, empty vessel. Everything he got here in the United States of America is an empty vessel. He is trying to boast in front of the world of his greatness, and he has no greatness because he is unlicensable. He have came to the end of his journey. Like, I didn't know what became of this man. He had used people without pay and created a pitfall, a snap trap to consume everything that they have at the end of the day when they work for it. In the same manner as that man I see in that second grade book, plowing that horse that refused, having a piece of corn over his head, and that mule plowed and plowed all day long because he was addicted to corn. All was wrong. He plowed and plowed, and I never understood as a child did the mule get to corn. It troubled me because how could he cause the mule to plow to the land and then he get to corn? So that's the reason when America had to have a downturn in the recession and everything looked like snake eyes, that means you can't win with snake eyes. It goes to the rich man or whoever the house man. This young mule charging that the corn didn't get it, it's the same thing snake eyes. The same matter as we take and work jobs, rich man wagon empty. The rich man wagon had became empty, and the poor man's burden. But right here I got two jobs, even with two jobs, yet can't make ends meet. It don't matter what we do, similitude unto the world's currency today, U.S. and abroad, having no natural resources as a stimulus to keep their heartbeat of their factories alive. It doesn't have this no more. Now, quicker to it. You sit up in the end we do. Take you back to this child. Amen. Okay. China is up in here. India's up in here. Korea is up in here. If they're going to take this crude oil, the best thing to do, these are black people, these are white people. The white people create manufacturers to take the crude oil from the black people. So once they take this, they got to create a thing to keep China from coming in here. And if they do so, they can sit back and live. But that's the mindset of these people. Take all the oil, and then they can kill everybody on the face of this earth.